How are you? Were you able to apply the theory we discussed last time? We discussed about how a person manifests. We took body parts and those parts getting into a certain arrangement creates that person, if you can recall what we discussed. So let me ask you a question. Where are you? Are you in your body or in your mind? Have you ever stopped to ponder, where are you? Naturally, we feel this entire collection is me, isn't it? An entire collection is your son. Entire collection is your spouse. So last time we spoke of the body, the arrangement of causes in a certain manner manifest a person. If we remove each and every part, you won't be able to find that person in those parts. But if we collect it together, that collection of parts in a certain manner creates the person that you love. So today, let's find out, where are we? Last time we spoke of the body. This time, let's look at who we really are. So if you take yourself, we can divide us into two parts, that is the mind and the body. So we know the body. The body it's a collection of 32 parts. And the mind, what about the mind? Have you ever thought about the process of the mind? We talked about the defilement process. Ignorance creates happiness and suffering, the feelings that we go through day to day. But what exactly is the mind? It is also a collection of causes getting together, and mind is created. So basically, we refer it as a process where a chitta is manifest all the time. Okay, if a mind generates with the causes, where are you in it? Where are you in your body? Let's say, if your limbs are taken off, do you feel smaller or do you feel the entire body without limbs as a whole, as yourself? So you see, removing your limbs won't make you smaller. Removing anything in your body doesn't make you smaller. If that makes you smaller, when you cut off your hair, what happened? When you cut off your nails, what happened? Does yourself become smaller? No, right? So, as we spoke of these 32 parts last time, we couldn't find you in any of those. If that's the case, you won't be able to transplant kidneys, transplant hearts from other people's bodies. If that truly yours, you are a part of it. But those are all electrons, protons and neutrons arranged in certain manner. And you won't be able to donate blood if you rely on those particles. So, by looking at those things, don't we feel the body does not contain you in it? Then where do you lie? This is another process that generates yourself inside the mind. So let's say the mind is generated with causes aligned, and when the mind generates in it with the defilement process, a sense of a self is felt. I know this is a little deep. We will talk about it later on. But if we apply this into our day-to-day problems in terms of relationships, it will help you to understand what is this person, not who is this person. It's a combination of two processes, mind process and the body. So when the mind and the body are together, we call it a person. Okay, let's say your father is dead now. He passed away. Where is your father? The entire body lies in a coffin. But you don't call that corpse your father. You feel, when you see the face, you feel, it's my father and he's dead now. But what happened to that life? The entire body parts are there. The body is lying on the coffin, but the minds are not generated in that. When I say minds, chittas are generated inside of a body. That's how we feel. They are alive. They are living with us. Once the mind does not generate in that body anymore, we call it a dead body. So, it gives us the idea a mind should manifest in a body, and that mind and the body together we call a living person. So let's look at an example. Your mother or father gets really sick and she or he is hospitalized. You feel worry and you feel, okay, they are not in good condition now. They're very old, let's assume. And grief happens inside the mind. But what if you see it's a collection of body parts and arrangement of causes that generates a mind? It's just a mind and a body together. If you can practice this, you will always separate that person from these two processes. So you won't see an existent entity there. It's always a collection of causes in the mind, in the body. Two processes together we call a person. And how the suffering works, the pain occurs. We kept on talking about the defilement process. Ignorance always generates pain. But ignorance always generates pain because we don't know the things or the people we love are made out of causes. And they are not just entities. They are not just fixed objects or fixed people, if one cause is taken off, that effect does not exist anymore. Getting sick, what is it? A different set of causes aligned in a different manner. Let's take your loved one is hospitalized because an internal bleeding. What is the total effect of it? The arrangement has changed. A different set of arrangements aligned. The process that we call normal does not exist anymore. Why? The causes have changed. A different set of causes aligned. Now, a different effect manifest. And now we call it your sick mother. Your father is not well now. But when you look at the body, arrangement has changed. Where is your father inside of that body? What do the doctors do? They do treatments to align the causes in a different way, which we call a normal existing body. But what is that existence that's lying there? Don't you see? It's a set of causes that arrange in a certain manner. So, by looking at it, the mind can understand it's not in our control. Once the causes are arranged in a different manner, when the energy is fed in a different way, the complete manifestation changes. It gives a brand new effect. What is your control in it? So when you look at the mind, can you control the mind of another person? The mind is generated when the causes are aligned. Mind is a process. When we understand it, we realize we don't expect everything to be the way we want. See the word, the way we want. The problem lies in the word want, expectation. But why do we expect things to be the way we want? Because we believe it's in our control. It is completely rely in the way we expect, and it's not made out of causes. Those are really existing things. Those are really existing people. The mind is not a process. Mind is a fixed entity. That's what we feel. That's why we feel worry when a mind changes. When your spouse think of another woman or think of another man. When your son gets into drugs. When your daughter doesn't take care of you anymore. That's why pain occurs. We don't know the loved ones we are living with are made out of causes. Two set of processes, the mind process and the body. Together, the person manifests in our mind. And that is a fixed entity, not a person, or not a set of causes. We don't see that. So, we have strong expectations, we have strong wantings towards those, because we think they will always appear the way we expect. But if you see these are made out of causes, your expectation will gradually reduce. That is how the ignorance will replaced by the truth, the true nature of this world. Everything is made out of cause and effect. So let's take an example of a person, let's say your son, cross the road. All of a sudden, a bike or a car hits. We call it an accident. And hand is broken. What happened there? An external energy force changed the alignment of the body. Now we call my son's hand is broken. So what do you feel? You feel worried, isn't it? Now it's bleeding and it's swollen and he can't even move his hand. So it's just cause and effect, and it's not under your control. So you love people or things that will never lie according to your expectation. Let's think about this little description we spoke of and try to look at your loved ones, the things you love, the things that you adore the most, people you adore the most, and see what really lies there. In our next episode, we will talk about the mind and we'll understand how the defilement process and how the mind process works. Till then, let's apply these simple theories in your day-to-day life to come out of this veil of ignorance that we live in.